Hello everyone and welcome to Cobcast, where I tell you a story every single day. And let's see, I've got 31 years on the plate here, so I could tell you however many that is times 365. Well, not entirely, because I can't tell you stories from when I was 2 years old. Let's see, here's one of the cats that likes to get on the camera stand. This is Tilk. He's my beard eater. As soon as I pick him up or he lays down with me, he eats my beard. I don't know what it is, but he does. My other cat's Gibbles. And Gibbles also likes to be on top of stands and stuff, but today my camera stand is different because I lost the foot to my other one, and it's somewhere around here wherever I set it because I found something and didn't know what it was and put it on a table. So yeah, now we're working with this, and also different area, different room. There's no air conditioning in here, so it's hot because this is just a hallway. Anyways, another digression. Today's story is called Table Exchange. And a little bit of background on that is I moved out here 6 years ago. I've been saying 5.5 years for about a year, so it's been at least 6 years I lived out here. And well, when I moved here, this place was in a state of disrepair. There was no flooring. All of the plumbing was PVC. So you can believe that when nobody was here and somebody didn't air out the pipes, all of the plumbing was broken. Had a bunch of electrical issues too, which I'm sure as I show part of these videos, you'll probably see some things like, hey man, why don't you fix that? Don't ask me those questions. I'm happy with where I live. And one of the things about where I live is there were some things left here. Some of them were like, oh cool, that's nice to have. A lot of them were, wow, somebody left this because this is a piece of junk. And one of those things was a metal ring table. And it's just like to support a piece of glass, like a tempered piece of glass for like an outdoor table. I mean, I guess you could use it indoors too, but it was outside, and there was no glass. It had been broken or moved or something, but it was gone. I attempted at one point to put a piece of wood on it, and the moment that I did, the whole thing started bowing to one side, and I thought to myself, there's no way this is going to support a piece of tempered glass. So I didn't want it, and I didn't know what to do with it. I'm so far out on the edge of here that nobody's going to come by and pick up scrap. I've put scrap out before, and very rarely does anybody actually come pick it up. You almost have to like post it on media that you have something to come pick up. If you have like an old washer or dryer or something, water heater, something like that. You have to post it if you want somebody to actually come get it. Because trash service, we do get trash service out here. They will not pick it up. They will only pick up your trash can. They don't even do recycle. You have to take it down into town. So this table frame, that's what we'll just call it, the table frame. Since it had a little bit of a bend, I was like, well, maybe it could be bent back. My friend down the road, not too far away from me, he had this top of a spool, like a big wire spool or something for, I think it was for field tile. Because, I mean, this thing is, well, as big as a table. However big a table is to you is how big this was. But it was probably about 4 foot diameter. And it was heavy. And I said, I have an idea. It wasn't the whole spool. It was just one side. One of the side plates. I said, I have an idea. I have a table stand at home. And I knew already in my mind I wanted to get rid of it because it was messed up. I thought maybe he could like support it somehow or do something with it just to get it out of my hair. So I brought it over, drove it down on my truck, take it out of the truck, leave it there. Well, he was asleep at the time, so I didn't bother doing anything else. He doesn't do anything either with it, so it just sat, and then it sat. And it was kind of a two-man job to lift up this top of the spool, side of the spool, whatever you want to we'll just call it the side of the spool. I got to make a name for everything, right? And I ended up doing it on my own, but I didn't help the table stand any better by doing it on my own, because when I had to put that down on the stand, it made it crumple just a little bit more, but it stayed. It held. Somehow it held. And when you would like touch the top of the table, it would rock. But he wanted a big outside table for when he's grilling. He's got 2 smokers and a grill right there next to it, and he wanted to put all his accoutrements next to it. So, I mean, it was a good idea, except for the stand sucked. And it's not like I couldn't build one or anything like that. I just want to get rid of the table stand because I didn't know what to do with it. Well, he didn't like it too much, so he pushes it over, takes the stand out from underneath of it, which was even bent more now. He drives it over, drops it off on my deck, on my porch deck, drops it off. And I come home, I'm like, what is this? Why do I have this back? And why is it even more bent? And, well, I already knew where it came from. So, without even saying anything, I just bring it back. I throw it in my truck. I drive it down there. I put it right back next to where it was, but I didn't put that tabletop back on it. I just dropped it back off. A couple days later, I think I put it in his, like, backyard area behind his property, so he wouldn't see it right away. And we're just passing it back and forth. He brings it back to me again once he finds it. Puts it back on my deck. So I said, alright, I have a brilliant idea, which I usually do. I drive over there when he was at work, but I put it on his roof. And you couldn't see it. I climbed up his handrails for his deck. You couldn't see it except for out by the road pulling up, or if you're standing out in the yard. Because it was right above his front door, but it was I put it up there far enough away that, like, if you were just not paying attention and you pulled up in your vehicle and you got out and you walked into that front door, probably wouldn't see it. Not unless you were looking specifically for it as you were pulling up. I think it sat up there for a couple of days, and then he sends me a picture and he says, why? But that's why it's called Table Exchange, because, you know, nobody can get rid of this table frame. So that's today's story. Story about a table frame. You're welcome.